Today's helpful how-to video will be pretty well a simple video on how to change your oil, and it's basically changing oil on a 3800 Series 2, V6. It's pretty simple and pretty straightforward. If you change the oil once, you can easily do it on about any vehicle. But just in case you ain't ever changed your oil, or if it's a new vehicle to you, I don't know why I said video, but if it's a new vehicle to you, you might want to double check. Some people like the safety of knowing maybe there's something different on that year. Maybe something I need to know. Well, that's for you guys. Anyhow, as you can tell, it's a spell of the moment video. The oil we will be using is Mobil 1. It's 10W30 full synthetic. I always loved the Mobil 1 series oils. I always had great luck out of them, and I always loved the full synthetic versions. Now you want to make sure you use what your car recommends. If it's 5W30, if it's 10W30, make sure you put the same oil back into it. Owner's manual or Google will tell you that. And as you can see, the oil cap says 10W30. So let's go ahead and just let the engine cool off. You can do as hot. It's a little bit easier if you let it cool off, but it seems to do better if you do it while it's lukewarm, kind of cold, kind of hot. So we're going to let it cool off for a little bit and then change the oil. Some people can do it, while it's wet hot, and that's fine too. But I prefer to do it with it lukewarm, just so I don't burn my delicate hands. Depending if you're on concrete, gravels, or where you're at, if you got a drive-in, over pit, or if you're on a lift, that all depends on you. Now this is just basically doing this outside. We're going to just use a jack to jack one side of it up to be able to get to the drain plug and put a drain pan under it. Remove that plug, let it start draining. Then we will come back out of the car, and then we will let the jack down so the car sets level and all the oil can drain out of it. But if that ain't a thing and you got concrete, you can use drive-on lamps. So as I said, if you got access to something else, that all depends on you and how you tackle it. But once we get that removed, the drain plug, we also will remove the oil filter. So underneath of the car, I am not the one going to be under here changing oil, but I am going to be the one to show you the locations of everything. The oil filter is right there, that big white thing. I shall put an L at it. And your drain pan for your oil, I will also put an L at it. And now once you get that and find out the locations of everything, you can loosen everything and get your drain pan and catch everything. So I'm going to show you guys, since everything's draining, right there's where the oil coming out is your drain plug. As I said before, and you can see a filter is now removed, has over there in the corner. Now we're going to let this car down where we got it on a jack stand. We're going to take this lamp out and let this car level and let it drain. That way it can get an even well, that went the filter, but anyway, so it can drain evenly. And then we'll jack it back up and put the plug back in it, install an oil filter, and then pretty well, drop it back down and top it off. So stay tuned. A handy tip, you can lubricate the O-ring on your new filter, and it seems to install better. It's something I always did. It's something I was taught to do as a very young boy, because I was pretty well around vehicles since I was a kid. And I also sometimes pre-fill these filters up. You don't have to, but you can fill them up a little bit, and it helps with dry starting.
Well, this is completely sideways how it installs.
Yeah, the one, as Bryce said, it installs sideways, so pre-filling it is really kind of useless because it's going to cover you as it goes on. So anyway, you can pre-fill a little if you want to and try, but it's up to you. We ain't going to on this car, but most cars we do. Also, don't over tighten your oil plug or your oil filter. You can strip the plug and you'll be in for a headache, and you can pretty well not strip the filter. I ain't never seen a filter stripped, but I have seen filters be harder than hell to get off next time. and I have seen filters be over tightened so much it kills the O-ring and it pours fluid out. So another tip, check and make sure your O filter comes off with the O-ring. Sometimes they stick. You know, that's another tip. So once we get everything buttoned up underneath the car, we're going to fill it up with a Mobil 1, then we get back at you. Now we installed 5 quarts of oil. That's what this calls for, or what the computer told me it calls for. Always check your owner menu. And let's go ahead and just install this cap. I did spill a little. I didn't use a funnel. You can use a funnel and you probably won't spill a lot. So we probably have a little bit of smoking coming off that manifold. But you know, sometimes you spill it.
Now we're ready to start it.
Yep, before you can start it, let it run for a few seconds, maybe a minute. Cut it off, let it set a couple minutes, and check your oil level. But with 5 quarts, it should do just fine. And you hear that noise, folks? That's an exhaust gasket. Manifold gasket, yep. When it gets hot, it kind of compresses and hushes. Yeah. Well, like your strut tail is a little rusty, boss. We need to attend to that before it gets bad. Yeah. So we're checking the oil.
All the bubbles are filled.
All the bubbles are filled up. I can't get it to focus. It almost focused. There it goes. But anyway, it's full, and that's what you want. You want it full of oil. And once you get that, your oil change is pretty well done. Besides resetting your oil light. So first thing you want to do is turn your key to the on position. Right here. Then we're going to go over here to the gauge cluster and let Blas demonstrate.
You find the, I passed it. Right there.
You find the oil life index. Okay.
You hit the reset button for like 5 seconds. Ready?
Hold the button for 5 seconds. Okay, go ahead, Blas, demonstrate. And oh, F-shocks is going off too. And then we are at 100% now. And that has completed your oil light reset on your Buick LeSabre. Now, if you found this video helpful, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment. I enjoy hearing from everyone. Check my channel out for more content. Show your support by smashing that subscribe button. I appreciate it if you do, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.